Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review with a lot to talk about today. Yowie, you gonna say hi to anyone? And of course, the co-host Yowie. Look at somebody. Look at somebody with your beautiful face. Oh my, get out. I just seen your, oh my God, just get out. I seen your paws. Welcome to cold, in the morning, snow, in the evening, rain. And as usual, I have my typical apologies. Like I surmised, this week was full. I had to go into work for a bit on Monday, so that left, well, it poured rain all day Monday anyways, but didn't get any driving videos made. So, as usual, apologies. So, back to back, Let It Flies is it. Episode 44 of Let It Fly on Fridays. And you know, I'm going to start tonight off with basic human decency. And that's going to roll into RC this week. Vehicles, comments. Actually, I've got the new modern Let It Fly and the old last week Let It Fly. I got to see if I covered one of these. No, I didn't. We are going to talk about 4 new releases. Now, I didn't watch videos. I listened to, I think, 2 of all the 4 vehicles. We've done full circle. And this is going to be, we're going to be talking about big manufacturers, little manufacturers, and just the current world we live in, nasty people. People who think their opinion is the rule of law over, I don't know, designers and engineers and people who go out and do surveys, product information. So let's just start off with a little about me. So those of you who know, she ain't home. I work for a predominant auto parts store. And people think auto parts stores, oh, you just oversee an auto parts store. You don't run one. Well, for my company, I run one. And it's all 10 managers in my district. We run our stores. We print out a sheet, just like a household, you know, your breakdown of your bills and what you need to do. I have to generate the revenue to pay the bills, to pay my people, to buy the product that we sell. And I can't buy the product if I'm not making money. Now, I have a broad spectrum of how I go about making the money. I have no leash. I have things I have to do on a daily basis to appease my hires up who sit in offices and don't do any of the, they may have done it in the past, they don't do it now. So, you know, I'm the one who takes care of problems. The best thing about my business is people think they can tattle on me because there's a big sign on the wall of all the friggin' bigwigs. Well, when you call the bigwig's going to call me and find out what's going on. And that's where they get, okay, so if you don't trust me, here's my person who was dealing with this individual directly. This is the situation. Boom. I see your side. Don't worry about it. I'll call him back, tell him he was in the wrong, and nothing we can do. I love that. Because if I tell you that you aren't getting something because you're trying to do something crooked, or basically that's what it always is, somebody trying to do something crooked. I tell you no, that's because it's my store that I run, that I pay the bills for, that I hire the people that run it. I'm the one that evals my people, gives people raises. That sounds like I'm running that store. So, am I the greatest thing in the world in management? Well, technically, yes, but not for the reasons you may think. At 53 years old, I've led people in regular businesses, in the military. I have helped run multi-million-dollar businesses. So that's no skin off my nose. But at this point, what I want to do when I come to work every day is tell my people, get it done, get your tasks done, what you need to do, because the sooner both of us get our stuff done, my whole 13-person crew can sit around and screw off. We can have fun with the customers. We can have fun with each other. We can go walk next door to one of the other stores and have fun with them. Fun. Don't be too serious in life. Do I sit and tell that person on the front counter that thinks they aren't talking to myself, 30 years automotive, assistant manager 30 years, 20 years for my commercial manager, body and paint guy that I stole away from, retail people, train them up on auto parts. You are not coming into my store and saying, oh, I'm going to go target that young kid because he doesn't know shit. The reason he's behind that counter is he does know shit. I know shit a lot more than you do. And my assistant knows more than you do. And this guy over here knows. My crew is full of seasoned people. So we can take care of you to the absolute moon with great customer service, great knowledge. We will jump through hoops to get you what you want because we want you out of the store so we can go back to having fun. And I can surf the internet and look at the newest releases from RC cars while picking on each other and making sure our store looks beautiful. And with that lackadaisical attitude, I get to listen to meetings and hear how great I am and how great my store is and how great my people are. Well, I get great people because I connect with them. So to sit and listen to these masters of everything floating around right now, political world, RC world. So with that, let's talk. We're going to talk about the releases and some of the reactions that I've seen, which that's what chaps my ass. Where is your life at? How did it go to a different page? I don't even know. Where is your life at that's sitting at home in your parents' basement? You just are thriving on spreading false information, half information, your opinion like it's law. Where does your life gone so wrong? You need to get a different job, like come work for me, where our job is to get the things done that we need to do to take care of everybody done so we can have fun. Just fun. If you go to work, you can work a 14-hour shift. And if you were laughing all day with everybody you encountered, customer, employee, vendor down the street, you're going to be tired, but you're going to feel so good. And that's my point. So, one of these rants is spurred by Easy Boy. So, we're going to jump right to that. Traxxas is releasing their new TRX4 with a licensed 80s, late 80s Nissan Pathfinder body with hard details, totally different front bumper. It's got fender guards on it. It's got the spare tire on it with a tire rack. It has, I love looking at it because I had an 85 in high school and it was one of my favorite trucks. The only thing for the look of this truck that Traxxas did wrong was the tires are too big and the rims are wrong. The 80s Nissan Pathfinder has some of the coolest looking rims. You know, Google it. Try 88 Nissan Pathfinder. And it's in the hard body style, which I also had a 91 hard body pickup. This vehicle is nostalgic to me. What in the shit? Let me go see something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. Mama came home and I didn't even hear her. So, back to the Pathfinder. Nostalgic. And that is nostalgia and difference. So, Easy Boy was asking the question, when I went to Traxxas's website, read their comments, same thing. It is still the same platform. Well, technically, the TRX4 has 3 different platforms, which is just the dimensions on them. It took Traxxas a long time to get to the market of a crawler. And for those of us that have owned them, why fix what's not broken? But meanwhile, because it's Traxxas, let me shrink it a little, I like looking at it. Traxxas has a lot of the haters that have always hated Traxxas. Well, you hated Traxxas before, so coming out and ragging on it again, nobody cares. If you don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like it and you don't buy it, shut your damn hole. Nobody cares about your opinion. If you don't mind the platform, then you're going to be like me, and because it's a completely different body. When I started out in this hobby, you only had a few vehicles. Once I started buying vehicles, I didn't have the addiction I have now. What I did with one platform was buy an extra different sets of wheels and tires and different bodies. Painted them up. I could take my McLaren Tamiya race car and tomorrow it could be a Chevy Nova. Or it could be a pickup truck. Because I didn't have a ton of options or a ton of things to buy, wheels and body was what I did to expand. I used to have people think I had, 4 or 5 vehicles when it was just one with different bits on it. Some people, they just bitch to bitch. And I'm reading these comment sections, and if you hate them so bad, go away. Why, if you hate Traxxas so bad, did you get a notification that Traxxas were releasing a new vehicle? So, if you're one of those guys that rant and raves about the next big Wrangler that came out, go be boring somewhere else. We don't care. Those of us that like something, and you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. Now, yeah, has the TRX4 been running the same for quite a while? Yep. For those of us that like RC four-wheel drive and leaf springs, it's been the same for a long time, but you give us different wheels and tires, different bodies, different bits and bobs on things. You don't have to reinvent it. I mean, what have the major car companies been doing? Guess what, people who have been bitching? If you are driving a 87 or a 1990 Chevy Silverado, and then you are driving a 2000 Chevy Silverado, it's just got a different body on it and a different engine, but it's all the same underneath. It's the same. They'll tell you all these things that are different, but it's the same. 06 to 07, they changed the body style. So, in your world you live in, you're driving in something that you've potentially been driving in for a while, and the only difference is the body's different. So, same thing with the RC cars. I mean, Traxxas. Basically, everyone complains about the electronics. In none of my Traxxas, have I ever had a problem with the electronics. Once again, they need to make beadlock wheels so we can take the canyon trails off, modify them, put a different foam in them, put them back on, and they'll be fabulous. But who knows, with this new release, did Traxxas address the hard inner foams that are in the TRX4? I don't know. In a week or so, around October 3rd, I'll let you know, because local hobby shop, only Traxxas dealer. I already called him. I want one. Put me on the waiting list. Let me know when it shows up. I'll come get it. Don't need any more rigs, but because it's that different. It's a completely different, the overseas companies are doing the Nissan Patrols. That's great. But I can't pass up a vehicle that I used to own. When I look around, International Scout, FJ45, Audi, Wrangler, don't know with the optic, Mercedes, Ford Bronco, Chevy Blazer, fake FJ45. There we go. Would never own one in real life, but a Gladiator. That was different enough for me that I went and willingly bought the front end of a Wrangler vehicle. Yeah, I guess. The Relarlos, but again, Gladiator, Explorer. You can look around and see the different options out, and a lot of them are not big names. And that seems to be the people who are dropping the surprise bodies are always the smaller companies or the companies you don't hear about all the time. WPL with the Suzukis and the Key trucks. Unique. Gets me every time. Now, that can move over to another unique 2 releases from Red Cat. They have a new Ascent, the 118 scale, and they have a 6 scale rock crawler. So we've mentioned the bitches about Traxxas, and that's always going to be a case. If you don't like it, those of us that do, don't care. So here it is. The bane of the internet. The Red Cat Gen 7. Everybody, when this came out, all the big names, what a piece of crap. Piece of Chinese junk. What are they thinking? What are they doing? Well, Red Cat listens to their people, which is what I assume Traxxas did with this. It's the most obscure vehicle to use. A late 80s Nissan Pathfinder. Well, the 2 Red Cats are mysterious bodies, but lookers nonetheless. So I think I started watching RC Driver's view of the, because it's the, oh, let's go right here. I've got it so I can instantly pull stuff up. Let's go to Red Cat. Look at me type. Red Cat Ascent. Let's just go to Red Cat Ascent 18. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe we have to do a different parameter search. Maybe I got the name wrong. Oh. Come on, give me that line thing. There we go. New. See if we can just get it for sale, because the 6 scale is called the Vertex. Wow. What the heck? Is this the new one? This is, what's the date? Oh, that's the Vertex. Oh, is it the Red Cat Ascent Apex? Let's see. Pictures coming up. Oh, I think it is. All right. So this one is supposedly purpose-built for rock crawling. Overdrive gears, upgraded ring and pinion, gear ratio, and brass components. Front outer portal boxes and front differential covers. Ball bearings throughout. Now, this is not always my bag, baby. But I know V-Dub, Stay Small, Mind's Eye. I know Mind's Eye's got some Red Cats. That's a thing. But in comparison to Traxxas we've already talked about, and the other big name we're going to talk about, these 2 Red Cat releases, it is so good. Red Cat moved from the Gen 7 to the Gen 8. Then people started talking. The Gen 9. Well, it's like the Gen 8, but it's different enough. We love that too. And then the hoppity cars. And then the crawler hauler. Red Cat is now making leaps and bounds where everybody 5 years ago was ragging the shit out of them. Now, Red Cat is the bee's knees, and they can do no wrong. People who don't even like their products admit that I wouldn't buy one, but that's pretty cool. So in a 5-year time frame, 6 years maybe 7 now, we went from hate to full-blown love. And to me, that was the ultimate. Because certain brands are going to be worshipped, certain brands are going to be stigmatized, and other brands, while all that bullshit's going on behind, is going to be sneaking right in. I mean, now I've already had. Holy crap. Gen 7, Wendigo, the Marksman, now the Crawler, or the Hauler. I don't know, I keep calling it the Crawler. I had one of their 5 scales back in the early days. Any more red cats? I got lots of red cats, and I love them. So, 7, 8, Wendigo, Hauler, Marksman. Love red cat. Always have. Even when they were just rebadged Chinese trucks. But whereas this little 18 scale, they just keep improving, because more than likely they've listened to the complaints and they've upgraded it. I mean, because the Ascent 18 didn't come out all that long ago, and now we've already improved on it. The 10th scale Ascent, we went to the Fusion. So take that truck, instead of doing what they did with the Gen 8, where the first version everyone bitched about, they pulled it, fixed it, re-released it. Now they just give you an option, which to me is fabulous, because here's the thing with the bitching and whining online. So if somebody bought an Ascent and never had a problem with it, and they're happy with it, they can keep recommending the Ascent. If the other person who wouldn't buy the original Ascent because they heard from the influencers on the YouTubes what a big piece of shit it was, they can go out and buy the Fusion, because that one's been upgraded. Same concept here. Maybe the original Ascent 18 had some complaints, so they not only possibly fixed things, they pimped it out. Or maybe that was a design. You can buy the cheaper one, you can buy the pimped out one. Don't know how it works, but Red Cat, you seem to be working. And then the Vertex. Vertex whatever, Vertex 6. It's a 6 scale crawler. Now, I can't remember what the truck was called, but Red Cat tried a large scale crawler before. Well, this is more directed toward the performance mode. Super low, creepy crawly, VERTEX 6. If you want to go get all the specs on it. So it's unique. I mean, if you've got a crawler course like I have, and you've designed it for 10 scale, yeah, you're going to be disappointed, because that thing's going to tear it up. I watched the A-Main video on that one. But both of those, from what I've seen and read in comment sections, very good reception. Now, the fourth, we've got Traxxas and 2 from Red Cat. The other one, in case, wait a minute. Oh no. Oh, let's go back to Traxxas for a minute. So again, Traxxas currently has sales going on. It's only like 30 or 40 bucks, but still. They have had more sales during the tariff scare than I've ever seen them have. And some of those ones were $100 off. That's pretty substantial. And then now they're having another sale for I don't know what. I didn't see anything on A-Main that said it was a special Traxxas sale. But the Traxxas Max, X-Max, whatever, Wait a minute. Let's go back to that. Wait a minute. I need to see. Sounds like Miss Diane's doing something. Well, she went out to her truck. Let me see what this... This is kind of nice where I don't have to just... what do they... Was that just the big one? That what they call it? Oh, there's an X-Max. Wait a minute. I thought it was the big... Well, I don't... Everything's verifying to see if I'm a human. So it's not... Okay, wait a minute. It's taking forever. Is that the new one? It's a Max? I thought it was the big one. Let's see if I can go down. If I recognize the picture I saw. No. That can't be it. Okay, I'm sorry. This just got horribly boring. So let's go over here. Because I can go the back way, for the reason I got this damn thing, was to monitor my channel better. Let me see. Oops, something else popped up. Oh, that is that one. Oh my God, how much? Okay. This is a pain. Oh, there was one of my comments for my channel about the complaining about Traxxas. Okay, not that one. Oh, geez, this is a pain. But I don't want to give you bad info about this new. I mean, if you guys were waiting for a big super basher, why is it just showing them over and over again? Wow, did people just show make the same video over and over again? Okay, let's go over here. Why does my screen look like? Okay, it looks different on not from a phone. Where is my thing? Sorry, this video has now suddenly got horrible. Where in the hell did it go? I don't know what she's doing upstairs. Oh, dear Lord. Maybe while I'm looking for this, I'll just complain about. We'll come back to Traxxas. The current, another current company that, okay, I guess it must be.
There we go.
Whoa. Oh, we don't want to get demonetized. Let me get here. So I guess it is. It's the Traxxas Max Ultimate. Okay, so I misobserved this. I thought it was the X Max, which was over $1,000. These Traxxas Max, this one is completely pimped out. Let me find out what a regular one. Okay, so a regular one that's just wide. Ugh, just show it to me. So the wide Max, how much are those? Wow, what did they do? Completely dump them? Max wide is like $700. So it's like $600 to $700 for the old one. This one is all pimped out with aluminum. Aluminium, as some of my overseas viewers may notice. Okay, so this one isn't the deal I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a smoking deal. I thought it was the X Max for less than $1,000. So, yeah, X Maxes are still $1,000. $569 for the wide Max. Shit, $700 for the Max Slash. And they don't have it on here yet, but I heard that the Ultimate was going to be like $800. So, never mind. But, you know, that's the kind of thing that Traxxas seems to only do with the Bastion trucks, is release options where they're wider for stability. Now they've got one where they've just pimped out, you know, $1,000 worth of aluminium, and only are selling it for $800. So, if Bastion's your thing, that might be the truck you've been waiting for. But take a little fun away from the at-home people that like to add bits and pieces of metal here and there. So, sorry guys, I made you wait for all that, and that is not even what I was thinking about when I saw the truck. Well, let's get to the last one. Vanquish has released their new mullet truck, which I thought it was just hilarious. That you've got the box has got it suitcases or briefcases under the front of it. It's basically a kit, but with the price tag on it of over $400. Yeah, I ain't buying it. But if you didn't know what a mullet was, it's a straight axle in the front and a portal axle in the rear. And then you do all your math and, you know, gearing in the middle. But the picture on the front had briefcases under the front holding it up because it has no tires and rims on it. And then the back was little 3D printed solo cups. And it says business and party in the box. All very funny. But at $400 for something that you have to put, Traxxas or Vanquish with these kits now is starting to go back to, you know, let's charge outrageous amount of money because this is going to be the all-purpose, you know, crazy truck you've never owned before, which might be a thing for some people. But it's funny that some people who their channel exists doing multiple builds using Vanquish products commence to just tearing it apart and showed their hillbilly mods compared to what they called basically Vanquish's hillbilly mods. And reading the comments, you've got the diehard Vanquish people, and then you've got the haters. And I mean, it is full blown right now. Just the Vanquish versus non-Vanquish haters and lovers is brutal. You know, compared to the Traxxas people that are just, they hate Traxxas, they'll tell you they hate it. But They don't get into these big things. Wow. So that was 5 new releases this week. You know, why? This is a fun, relaxing hobby. Why do you have to dominate or think you're dominating a comment section because you happen to don't like something? Who cares? It's an RC car. You don't like it, don't buy it. And if you hate it just to hate it, then your opinion does nothing to further the discussion on if it is legitimately bad or legitimately good. Me say good, me say bad. That's not a discussion. Well, why is it bad? Because it's a vanquish. Why is it good? Because it's a vanquish. That's not a discussion. That's an opinion. Shut the hell up. And being that I've taken so much of your time, whoa. I'm doing it on the computer. Let's get to the shout outs. And some of these we're going to see. A Shuha dude, 6260. Macho Man, 5356. T. Schmitz 1. Please, God in heaven, Schmitz 1, open one of them and have the best time of your life. Don't buy 2 RC cars and just leave them in the box. Leave one in the box if you bought 2. For God's sakes, get that one out, put a couple of packs in it, and get out there and rip it. Do it in some soft grass if you're worried. But, sir, 2 Kyosho USA 1s not opened? Come on. You got to get out and drive it. Aaron Bird, haven't seen you in a while, bud. Good to see you back. Joe Allen 1369, thank you for dropping in. And I believe that was Ohio. And Boot Heel RC, haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Thanks for being back and hitting the comments. And as usual, all the gratuitous YouTube stuff, like and subscribe. Comment section below, more important to me. Tell your friends. Tell your grandma. Tell your mom. They'll talk about it at bingo. And as of course, merch store down below. Relarlo link if you want to get some Relarlos. And with that, another week in the can. 12-year-old boy. And I will talk to you on the next one.